tried to make this video like twice now. So yeah, I have been pondering the message. That's not gonna work. The message of my first video, share yourself. You know, I've been thinking about it, pondering it. What does that really mean? What does that mean? You know, what does that mean for me? When you really think about it, what do I want to share? What do I want to share? What do I want to share? What you're really asking yourself is, what is my purpose? You know, what's my purpose? What do I want to give? What do I want to give? And everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a purpose. And it's natural. It's destiny, you know. Like you were born with a purpose. You're born with natural talents, you know. I think a lot of times we're like, oh, that person's so talented, you know. I wish I was talented. And it's like, you are. You're just not talented the same way they're talented. And it's part of the process of self-realization, you know. Typically, whatever deep down in your heart, truly in your heart, whatever you really want, to do or know, right? That actually is your talent. You know, I wanted to play music for a long time, and I always tried it, and I would always get frustrated, you know? And so I would stop. And the frustration was not at the music, it was at, you know, it was trauma, it was other things, And so it always blocked me from learning music. And then later in life, this is after I had my spiritual awakening, so you're probably going to want to, I mean, that's going to help to have one of those. But, you know, I picked up a guitar, and it was just like natural. You know, I was like, oh man, I like this thing. Anyways, so where I'm going with this is I'm a prophet. This is, you know, everybody has gifts. Everybody in this world has gifts. I'm sure if you're watching a video like this, you've noticed it, you know, psychics popping up, springing up, and people who can like read your mind and just, you know, this sort of explosion of consciousness and spirituality. So anyways, my gift is I'm a prophet, or at least that's one of my gifts. I don't know. You know, that's the step that I'm at right now. I don't know, you know, I don't know where this life's leading me, but I know this much. I'm a prophet, and I receive information about the future, you know. And I guess I can kind of tell you about the process a little bit, just what it feels like. It's like It's just like, how do I explain it? It's like I don't control when the information comes. You know, it's sort of like I'll be doing something in my life and I'll see something, you know, and just the way I see it sparks a realization and about the future, you know. It's like, oh, that looks like that, or that's like that, and well, oh, you know, and I just get this flood of like some, you know, like, oh, that makes sense, you know, and I mean, obviously, you know, I pray a lot. Um, but I never really pray for information about the future. I pray for other things, you know. So this kind of comes naturally, you know. It just comes, you know, and I don't control when it happens. It just and I write a lot. I write a lot. And so I notice through writing, it's almost like I start writing and then it kind of, writing kind of pulls information through, like from the divine or God or whatever, you know. Sometimes it kind of pulls it through, like I've been told that like auto writing is like basically you write and it's not really you. It's like a spirit or a, you know, some manifestation of God is kind of writing through you. You know what I mean? Like, um, um, I'm sorry. I think my dog just farted. And it just totally threw me off, man. Oh my lord. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, auto writing. So it's yeah, it's like I'm writing. Some of it is me, right? Um, but it's like it flows. I think the reason that writing pulls the information out is because it flows. It's like I can stop thinking. And it's like the information is just like, it's like streaming through me, you know, like I'm a vessel. I'm just like a vessel for this information, you know. So, anyways, that's how it works. And that's how it works. And it just comes, you know. And sometimes when the information comes, I literally see like gold, like like a golden presence, like I don't know, an energy, you know, an angel, or sometimes, you know, when I get, you know, like a good amount of information, you know, sometimes I just get little pieces here and there, and it's but sometimes it's more of an experience. But I know I've become aware of when I'm receiving information, When I see that gold, that golden, whatever that is, and I can feel the presence of God too. Like I know what God feels like. Like God is like kind of like a warm, fuzzy feeling. A warm, fuzzy, like, just like a presence, kind of around your body. Kind of like God's giving you a hug, It's kind of a, yeah, anyways. um, so, yeah, anyways, so this is my truth, and I'm speaking it, and I'm sharing it, and I encourage you to do the same. And so I figured I would share some things that I've received, some information. Basically, where do I start? I guess, where do I start? Okay, so there's this sort of blow up of consciousness and yoga, yoga's everywhere. Yoga is everywhere, you know. So there's been this blow up, and not just yoga, but people are trying to eat healthier. People are being more conscious of what's in their food, what they're consuming. People are learning about mindfulness, about awareness. These sort of people are slowing down. People are slowing down, and they're realizing that they're not happy. People want to be happy, and people want to be healthy. And it's a movement. It's all over the world, and yoga is all over the world, and so how do I put it into words? Okay, so basically, so everybody's trying to be healthier, or everybody's going to want to be healthier, and so we're sort of shifting away from unhealthy behaviors, unhealthy. It's kind of like smoking, At first, everybody was like, "Yeah, this is so cool, man. Smoking's cool. Like, damn, I look cool, bro." But then we're like, "Wait a minute, smoking gives you cancer. I'm good, And now, when we see somebody smoking, we're like, it doesn't feel cool. It doesn't feel cool. It's like, dude, you're killing yourself. We all know you're killing yourself. That's not cool, So like that, much like smoking, drinking is going to become the same way. Drinking has been a little harder for humanity to shake because I think there's many reasons. I think it's traditional. I think it's alcoholism has been passed down generationally. Like it's in our DNA. you know. Um, but we know that it's poison. Like alcohol is poison. It's literally poison. That's what it is. You know, we all know it. We all know it. So, um, you know, drinking, people are just going to kind of stop drinking. I mean, it's not going to happen overnight, but nobody, I don't know, nobody wants to be an alcoholic, that's for sure, you know. Yeah, so anyways, so drinking is gonna kind of become like smoking. We're gonna stop drinking. Um, Basically, the shift, right, in humanity, the shift, um, it's going to consist more of, I don't know how to describe it. It's gonna be like we're not. It's not like we're going to tear down the government and like, you know, build something new, right? It's sort of like we're going to just choose different. We're just going to choose different. And like, for example, like there's all these free community things, you know, free community gatherings and, you know, just um, you know, like a farmer's market or um, anything, anything free, community based, and healthy. You know, it's not centered around drinking. It's not, you know, maybe painting, free community painting class or something like that. You know, so these free community things, they already exist and they're already growing in popularity. Right? People are realizing, oh, I'm alone. You know, I'm alone and I don't want to be alone, right? I'm a human being. I don't want to be alone. I want people. I want people in my life, you know. I want a community. I want a family. I don't want to be alone. So, and it's been, you know, it's so easy to choose to be alone in society right now. It's so easy. Like, we've got screens everywhere that are locked us in, you know. We're constantly engaged in fantasy. We're constantly fantasizing about a life better than ours. You know what I mean? Or a life different than ours. So anyways, we're going to start doing these community things because we realize we're unhappy and we really enjoy our community, you know? These communities are going to be very open, very loving, very vulnerable. Vulnerable, you know? We're going to start to feel like we can have true connections with people, you know, and it's safe. It's safe to speak your mind. It's safe to tell people how you really feel. It's safe to cry. You know, it's safe to be hurt around other people. It's safe to joke. It's safe to laugh. You know, it's safe to be yourself, right? So we're going to have these communities that are very safe and very just great, just loving. Like you're just gonna love your community, you know, whatever community thing's going on, you're gonna love it. And basically people will choose this new healthy community over their old unhealthy community because it's positive and not negative. You know, it builds them up instead of breaks them down. You know, they can grow with these new communities. You can't grow with your drinking buddies, you know, or your smoke buddies. Trust me, I know. You know, I had my party phase. I had my stoner phase. You know, I'm a recovering porn and sex addict. You know, I mean, not many people are talking about these things, but it's like they're afflicting all of us. They're afflicting all of us. You know, we're all suffering. We're suffering so much. And we don't want to. We don't want to suffer. So, and there are options. There are options to heal. There are healthier options. There are more fulfilling options, right? So as more and more people start sort of waking up, you know, going, oh, yeah, I'm not happy. Oh, those people look happy. Oh, you know, what does it mean to be happy? What does it mean to be healthy? You know, as more and more people start asking ourselves these questions, and these communities grow. These free communities grow, right? So the population of these communities is going to grow, and then the resources. That means the resources are going to grow. You know, the resources are going to grow. And then that means the objectives are going to grow, right? So the objectives of these communities are going to grow. So, you know, it'll be like, well, you know, we started as a painting class, and then, you know, we did painting and dancing, you know, and, you know, it was a thing to get people to meet each other. And then we started doing, you know, a food drive, and then we started, you know, building homeless shelters, and that, you know what I mean? And then we built a recovery center, you know, and it's going to be these good-hearted people with, you know, who value health, their health and the health of others, right? And these communities are going to grow. And these communities are going to grow. And then basically what's going to happen is, you know, the only way, right, to achieve world peace is by rising above, right? Like if we tried to I don't know. There's going to be there is no positive result from trying to bring anything down. There's no positive result from that, you know? So basically what's going to happen is naturally these communities are going to grow. You know, it's going to transform into free housing, free food, free, everything, free. And this is going to happen globally in different places, you know. And then basically, I mean, there's all these natural disasters happening, right? So basically, the deal with that is basically we're restarting. We're restarting. You know, I mean, we're not restarting. We're evolving. We're evolving. You know, what's gonna happen? Like in my lifetime, what's gonna happen in my lifetime? I'm young. I'm 22. You know, what's gonna happen in my lifetime is humanity is going to achieve world peace. We're going to achieve world peace. We're not going to do it alone because I mean, our track record is not great, you know. We're not going to do it alone. So basically, because of global warming and also God, you know, karma, it's cause and effect, you know what I mean? There's all these natural disasters happening, and so what's happening is basically continents, so everything's getting wiped. You know, there's huge earthquakes, there's tsunamis, there's hurricanes, right? The earth is healing itself. The earth is healing itself. You know, so everything's getting cleared, everything's getting wiped. And what this means is that we don't have to do anything concerning this isn't a remodel job, you know what I mean? There's no destruction phase before the construction, right? God's taking care of that. It's all getting wiped. And the more conscious, healthy, you know, the newer generation is going to rebuild, right? And it's going to look different. It's going to look different. It's going to look much smarter, just much more sustainable, you know, much more I don't know, things will just work. Like everything will just work like perfectly. You know what I mean? It'll just be like perfect earth, like perfect earth. You know what I mean? But we don't have to we don't have to bring anything down. We don't have to destroy anything. All we have to do is choose ourselves. That's it. And our community, you know, and choose to let in the people who love us. And, you know, if there's people who don't align with your health journey, like for example, my dad, you know, he doesn't align. He does not align. I've tried, you know, I've tried to make the relationship work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work, you know. He brings me down. And so I don't have a relationship with him anymore. You know? But I feel like my community is my family. You know what I mean? So, you know, we're going to we're just going to, we're just not going to engage with the negativity. That's it. And we're instead going to engage with positivity. And that's all it is. You know? And if we do that, it's just going to naturally, everything's just going to naturally change. What else have I discovered or realized? Yeah, I know that the new world is going to look pretty vastly different from ours. I mean, not like in a good way. In a good way, you know. I know that our houses, our buildings, you know, they separate us. They kind of, you know, dude, chill out. Sorry, my dog. Yeah, our structures, not just our physical structures. I mean, you know, the structure of society separates us, you know, and everything's going to be open. Everything's going to be open, you know. You know, we're not really going to have structures. We're not really going to have structures, you know. We're going to be closer to nature. We might have, I don't exactly know, you know, in terms of, you know, because some climates are real cold. Maybe we'll have, you know, some sort of shelter. I don't really know in those terms, but I do know that our buildings are going to look different because the intention of our buildings is different. You know, we're going to have a more spiritual intention, reason for our buildings. You know, I feel like domes, maybe we might have more dome structures because those are more in tune with nature, you know. I'm not exactly sure what our structures are going to look like. I just know we're going to live closer to nature and that our current structures separate us, and we're not going to be separated. We're going to be like one. We're all going to be together. And here's another thing that another piece of information that I've been given. Empathy is telepathy, right? Empathy is telepathy. So basically, because when you can perfectly empathize, right? You perfectly understand, perfectly, masterfully. You understand, you know, what somebody else is going through. Or you can put yourself in someone else's shoes masterfully. You know everything that they're feeling, right? That means, you know, you can see right through them. It's like they're transparent. They're transparent, You know, there's nothing hidden. You understand it just intuitively. You just so anyways, in the future, I don't even know if we're gonna speak like audibly. Like maybe we'll use our voices for. I think the spoken word is going to become much more purposeful. Because spoken words are powerful, very powerful. You know, when you speak and you mean what you say, in your heart you feel it, you mean what you say, you mean it, and you speak it with intention, with purpose, with meaning, you know, it comes true. It comes true. It's called a spell. You know, it's called manifestation. That's what that is. God hears. God hears. And so I believe the spoken word will become much more purposeful. You know, it won't be like I believe we'll be able to just kind of communicate just based on feeling. You know, through empathy, through telepathy, they're the same thing. And let's see what else. Oh yeah. So if I guess I'm just gonna lay it all out on the line with this one. 1 sec, I have to pee. Okay, I'm back. So another thing is basically because we can communicate through empathy, through telepathy, right? And we can see through each other. We will be unable to deceive each other. We will be unable to hide anything from each other. You know what I mean? You know, we'll just be able to look at somebody and we know everything. We know their intentions. We know, you know, their desires, what they want, what they're feeling, everything. We'll know everything, right? And so because we will be unable to hide from each other, right? Because we will be unable to deceive each other, we will not be afraid of each other. There will be no fear. There will be no fear between us. Yeah, there will be no fear between us. You know, which means there will be no violence. There will be no violence, you know. What reason would I have to be violent towards you? I think that you may be violent towards me. I'm just trying to defend myself. But what if I'm wrong? You know what I mean? So there will be no violence and there will be no fear. And everybody will be your family. You know, like if you for some reason felt sad about something, someone would just know. They would just know. They'd be like, you know, you all right? It wouldn't even be a question. It would be like everybody knows that something's wrong with you. So everybody would be like, what's up? You know, you okay? Like, um, um, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. You know, because I've been receiving this information for a little bit. But also animals, because we'll have this sort of level of empathy. We'll be able to empathize with animals too, and so there will be no danger with animals. You know, animals are just the same. It's like, why do they attack us? Because they're afraid of us. Why are they afraid of us? Because they sense fear in us. You know what I mean? So we're going to be friends with the animals. We're going to be friends with the earth. You know, we're going to be friends with each other. It's going to be perfect, you know, pretty much perfect. And all you have to do to get there is heal yourself. You know, go to therapy. If you're an addict, right, of some kind, go to recovery meetings. I highly recommend Codependence Anonymous. It's like the best. It's the best. If you have a family member or someone close to you that is holding you back from being healthy and you want to be healthy, at the bare minimum you got to create some distance. You know, if you're not, you know, I don't know everybody's situation. I had to cut my dad out of my life, you know, but if, you know, maybe you're maybe you're not there, or, you know, that's not required, create some distance, you know, and surround yourself with some healthy people. And then lastly, you know, and I don't even really believe in religion, you know what I mean? But you gotta have a sense of spirituality, because spirituality is science. It is science. It's been proven, you know, and like through quantum physics and everything, it's been proven, you know. Personally, I read the Bible. I mean, I am reading the Bible. I'm still in the Old Testament, which is kind of a slog, to be honest. I'm like, where's Jesus? You know, I'm ready for the New Testament already. But, you know, but I'm committing to reading it through. So, but I'm also reading the Bhagavad Gita. You know, I'm studying Thich Nhat Hanh, right? The Vietnamese Buddhist monk, you know, and some of his writings. And, you know, I believe that I know this is not a belief, okay? I know that all these different religions, all these different, you know, spiritual people from all around the world, they're all saying the same thing, okay? They're saying the same thing. So just give God a shot. Okay, just give God a shot, because it'll help you out. It'll help you out. I'm trying to think if there's any more information that I'm supposed to say. Any more information that I'm supposed to say? I mean, I'm sure. Well, maybe you don't know this yet. It is the second coming of Jesus Christ. You know, Jesus did exist. Buddha did exist. Shiva did exist. You know, all of them. They all existed. You know, but it is the second coming. I don't know exactly when it's coming. I just know that it is. So, and I know that the New World Order is world peace. You know, it's everybody loving everybody. That's what I know. It's all I know. I just spilled it all. You know, so. You know, do with that what you will. YouTube world. That's all I got. Have a beautiful day, everybody.